check. They step on the rock, the man. I'm a K-back, 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the pocket they scamming, they know what bank said. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tank said. I got the live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the jungle, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, my we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, my we never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Oh, hey, 10 o'clock, got a flight out, yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a 50 door with it. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I go to hotels when I step out, yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a, yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman, I just go crazy, man. Go hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happen when you give it a taste life and you give it a wasteland. This what happen when you give it a fake life and then the ape man. I let the birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, from the back of the I got a girl, right? She go to balance. I let the birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, from the back of the I got a girl, right? She go to balance. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that,
right, guys,
from the back of the
on the road.
I got a girl, right? She go to battle. LAD load the tech. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bed. I got the demon on flat. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, the man. I'm a K-back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they scamming, they know what bank said. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tank said. I got the live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the jungle, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, my we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, my we never ran.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks.
All right, guys. It'll probably be much.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Here we go.
holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And nothing doing.
Yeah,
He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And we take a look at the offense for the Seahawks.
And wide receiver Tyler Lockett continues to improve as a route runner and a playmaker downfield. But let's not forget his main use, kick returner. Knows how to break open a game in that area as well.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Now Wilson running left on the option. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Good stop, brother.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. I thought the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. And now this offensive unit, we get a look at their starters. They put up good numbers last week, looking to carry that forward.
Yeah, Brandon, they saw the numbers from last week. They expect to at least replicate them. They think that they can put up bigger numbers this week. They are a confident bunch.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. And a look at Seattle's defense.
And middle linebacker Bobby Wagner, he's playing the absolute perfect position. He's the type of guy that you cornerstone of the defense. His ability to play the run, the pass, and his leadership skills. You get the full
We gotta
package.
play this game so at least we can have a better season next year.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Off the bootleg. Huff. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw we'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. Pushing him away.
Get right out there.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here. A little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And Dixon over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
You think the head coach and the offensive coordinator are able to pull the earplugs out now? Because all week, all they heard was, you know, Coach, they can't guard the pass at all. I mean, they're next to last in the league. Let's throw it on every down.
Yeah, last week we saw the numbers. This week going against 2nd to last in the pass defense area. Good for him. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. Now it's Carson. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The defense here for the Rams.
And defensive tackle Aaron Donald, when you evaluate him, you're looking for flaws. You can't find any. This guy has the ability to single-handedly take over a game. Wrecks it inside, outside. You can't run it against him. And good luck trying to throw it downfield when he's in the face of the quarterback.
Here's Carson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain.
Still second
down on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. And when people celebrated, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Here's Wilson. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look,
Who's on that?
every game's
Come on, guy.
When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Huff. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The numbers a week ago for Everett. 6 catches, 67 yards.
And that put him over 1,000 yards for the season. And the benchmark for running backs, 1,000 yards. The same for receivers. When you have that kind of a year, you've had a monster one.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking to throw. Huff working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Back to throw. Huff. Fighting his way through contact. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down. Huff. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
In this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And off comes to Montgomery. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. On the tackle defensively, Jaleel Johnson.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now we're going to get a halt in the action because Ty Montgomery is shaken up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. From the gun, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down, and inside the 5-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. He'll get it up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. To throw is Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds here. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 3-0 is our score. We'll be back to Seattle right after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Janikowski bangs it through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. That they need him late in the game. His confidence should be sky high.
Now after the made field goal, here's Sebastian Janikowski to kick it away. Dante Moncrief now here on the return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Play action. Huff. And incomplete there.
Come on.
A nice hit. Jars the ball free. And
Really?
third down.
Wow.
Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Huff. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. Janikowski good with the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Now Moncrief to return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. Throwing after the interception. Huff. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And that'll set him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Off the play fake. Huff. And And this is going to be caught.
Good throw, good throw, good throw, good throw.
And it goes for a gain of 31.
Good throw.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right
Tight end
there,
all
partner. I remember
Good
the
throw.
days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huff. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Wilson, forward with it over the middle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Guys, what kind of zone are y'all playing?
21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. Evades him at the 20. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They run it with Carson. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. This is Carson. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Now, after the made field goal, here's Sebastian Janikowski to kick it away. Now Moncrief to return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And a return will stop right around the 25. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now. But later, when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
Gaze our attention as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series for those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mark Barron coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Now after the made field goal, here's Sebastian Janikowski to kick it away. Now Moncrief to return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And I guess right now as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that because that's where his head needs to be, exactly what you said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play as if it didn't happen, keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now. They've already gotten to him a few times. They want to keep that up. Maybe they can pick off a few more.
Well, they disrupted already for 3 INTs. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So that one will be accepted.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hits 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock all the way to 0, didn't get the snap off, 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the playoff in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hit 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you've got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the play off in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Still first down.
clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hits 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock all the way to 0, didn't get the snap off, 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the play off in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Still first down.